Hey Ringside crew, welcome to the internationally known Dudes at Ringside podcast. And now here's your host, Joe, Panther III.
Hello there, wrestling fans! And welcome to another episode of the internationally known Dudes at Ringside podcast. I am Joe Panther III. And Ringside crew, it's getting a little toasty in the studio. Producers have it set for 88 degrees, 90. Man, I gotta fire my staff. I gotta rehire my staff. My producer's telling me because of my guest today. Okay, today I have a young lady that is absolutely blazing a trail for herself on the independent wrestling scene in the UK, in Blackpool. Let's give a warm Dudes at Ringside welcome to LWF's Betty Blaze. Welcome, Betty. Welcome, Dudes at Ringside. Welcome.
What an incredible welcome. Thanks, Joe.
My producers, they sometimes spoil my guests. They had to put the temperature up to 80, 89 degrees.
Well, we do like things a little bit warm.
Yes. Oh my gosh, girl. So if my American fans are not familiar with you, and why would they not be, introduce yourself.
So I'm Betty Blaze. I'm very new to the wrestling scene in the Lancashire Wrestling Federation. And I've done about 4 shows at this point, so still pretty new, but making things a little bit hot and a little bit No, sorry. Completely messed that up.
No, you're good. You're good.
Yeah, it's making things a little bit hot.
Awesome. I'm so glad to have you on. What made you become a professional wrestling? What was that? What was the thoughts behind that?
Well, up until last year, I didn't really know anything about it, and then my personal trainer at the time, you might know him as Cosplay Ken, introduced me to it, and he basically said, I think you would enjoy yourself in the ring and trying out all these different moves. I tried it out and I fell in love with it since. So it's all thanks to Cosplay Ken, really.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. Someone got you into wrestling. You were like, I don't know. And then they're like, I think you'll like it. Yeah.
Pretty much. Bless him. But he's now off in Australia doing his own thing and making his own way there. So it's just, he's left me behind.
Oh, no.
Holding the torch, yeah.
Hold it, I'll keep going, friend.
Yeah, well, he didn't put the fire out, so it's all good.
You kept the fire on because it's in your hand, don't you?
Yes, yeah. You just passed the torch on to me.
You made the torch higher because you're like, what?
Yes.
Where did this whole Betty Blaze personality come from?
That's an interesting one. So I wanted to do something where I could base an outfit off it. So I didn't have to think too deeply into what I was going to wear. So my middle name is Betty. So I was like, I'll go with that. And then Blaze just kind of came naturally and it rolls off the tongue.
Awesome. I like that. Like when you did your first match, did you have everything set in your head or were you scrambling to find outfits to wear?
Oh, I was scrambling. It was a very late night scroll on Amazon, see what fire outfits I could get. Like what sort of cool, I don't know, like cool little accessories I could have. So I've got some like fiery glasses. But yeah, it was a bit of a scramble. I think I got a week's notice that I was going to be on a show, and I was like, right, that's soon.
You remember who you wrestled?
So I was ringside support for Cosplay Ken. And he was against The Void at the time, I think it was, who's a wonderful person to work with. And I just had one spot in it where I hit The Void and helped Ken out.
Awesome. It's kind of sad that your outfit wasn't like most people have like a pair of gym shorts or like
Oh,
the
that's
Nikes.
exactly what it is. It's just gym wear.
Yeah, I see the pictures, like the promo picture you can see behind you right there. It's just a pair of yellow, like
Yeah.
orange leggings and stuff like that. Do you
Yeah.
think eventually you'll try to like evolve your outfit differently or like
Yeah, I mean, I've got a couple of options where I'm not quite brave enough yet to go into like the shorts, but I've got some shorts with flames on. And I think there's so much that you can do with like fire or like just flames. So I've always got an eye out, and I've got people constantly sending me things that have flames on. But my family fully get behind me. They've all got like flame tops. So it's really cute.
Hmm. So what is your normal like workout regimen like?
So I train roughly once a week, due to like my other work obviously gets in the way a little bit. So I dedicate probably an evening a week to training. And then I'm either in the gym or doing other things. So I keep up with the other cardio bits, but actual training and trying out the moves, it's one night a week.
Hmm. Is there any like wrestlers that you want to wrestle? You haven't wrestled them yet?
So I had the opportunity to very briefly work with Lily Winter, and she was lovely and really really nice to talk to, really nice to work with. And there's someone that is like quite new onto the scene. I'd like to work with her. Another woman that's within the federation that I'm part of, Maddie Morgan. She's just incredible. So I think I need to build up a little bit more confidence to work with these people before I'm actually like in the ring with them. But I'm very excited to eventually get to that point.
I really like Maddie Morgan. She's such a
She's
good
lovely.
person, such a sweet soul. She
Yeah.
she deserves so much. I've only known about her for at least a year, and you're probably gonna laugh like a year. That's it. She's done 2 podcast episodes with me.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. She has.
I
Yeah.
feels like I've known her for like a million years.
Yeah. And
Like
she's really good as well.
yeah, and she has her phrase that it makes me go, Maddie. In America, you say that phrase, whip it out, whip out.
Whip out moonsault. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, need to change that phrase.
Why?
I don't know. It just doesn't sound like.
Oh no, it's I suppose it is very British, but it works.
I know, but it sounds. I understand because I've known Betty now for. I know her 2 years, Betty now. So I'm just like,
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, whip out that moonsault, and then back of my mind get that cold sweat. Like, it's the room's not hot. I'm just panicking because all the American fans are doing it. What'd you say, Joe? Leave me alone. Stare at my belt. Leave me alone. Stop it. Like, so where do you have like an idea with your move set? Like, where do you get a lot of your moves from, or do you have any inspirations of wrestlers you like looked up to since you were a kid?
Do you know, it's quite an interesting question because I don't really watch it and I've never really watched it.
Okay.
So a lot of what I pick up, it's from talking to other people or just kind of seeing random clips, and then just trying things out. So um it's trying things out and then seeing what I'm comfortable with doing more than anything. So it's still, I don't really have like a set goal on like where I want my move set to be. But yeah, I can't really say that I take inspiration. It's more when I'm talking to people and they say, "Oh, this is a really cool move," or I watch people at training, or I go to like the local wrestling shows and I go, "Oh, I want to try that out." So it is very like top level of, if I try it and like it, I'll put it in.
Okay. So if my fans, since my fans, a lot of my friends are from the Americans, the States, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
What if they were at a show? What would be the setup, and the finishing move that they would see you do?
So it's a move that like I'm still trying to perfect because it is quite a difficult one, but and I can't remember the name of the woman that does it, but it's the glam slam. So that like I've taken that as like my finisher.
Beth Phoenix.
Yes, yeah, that's it. Yeah. So that's my setup. Like I always go to finish with that one.
You know what's funny? Like as people grew up with the years with the SmackDown games, like no one really remembers the word setup. They've always said, "Oh, just a finisher." Like
Just finisher, yeah.
like I grew up playing Smack. I'm 41. I can admit this. I'm an older wrestling fan. Old man Joe. I remember my day. Like you didn't just do your finish move and the match was over. You had to do the setup move. Like if you're Shawn Michaels, everybody's like, I'm just gonna super kick the person's head off and pin them 1, 2, 3. No, you got to go on the top rope and hit him with the elbow drop and make sure the wrestler doesn't like die as you don't give him all the way the full red bar and the body all. See, if you played the old SmackDown games, it was a body in the corner that you had to get all the body part red to be able to pin them.
Yeah.
Like, do you ever play any of the SmackDown games? And if you do, have you ever created yourself?
Do you know what? I probably when I was a lot younger, but we're talking years ago at this point. But not recently. So I never envisioned my life to be where it is now, where I actually wrestle. It wasn't necessarily like on the cards for me. I didn't when I was younger, I didn't grow up thinking, oh, I really want to wrestle or I really want to try this out. It just kind of like happened and like I fell into it. But I think that's the best way for some things, like especially like this sort of thing, like just falling into it and then getting so much enjoyment out of it.
Wow. So now you're here with me on Dudes at Ringside. What does it feel like to be on the wall of fame with people like Maddie and the brand and Lisa? Now your picture is going to be added to that LWF Dudes at Ringside Wall of Fame. What does it feel to be on a podcast with and being on an American podcast now?
Do you know, like I feel incredibly privileged. Like it is just like I find it as like a bit of a pastime. So to be asked, I was just a little bit blown away. And the fact that someone's actually seen the stuff I've done and gone, oh, I reckon she'd be cool to talk to. So thank you so much for reaching out. It's been, it's incredible. Thank you.
No problem. As I told before live, I am so honored that LWF is watching my content. They think about me. They, I got a cool T-shirt from Lisa that I wear like with pride. I'm like, like, is that a new stable in WWE? No, it's a promotion in England, Blackpool. They're like, oh yeah, Joe, we know. Now we know. Oh my God. They can't even talk to me about wrestling anymore because they're like, I start like, you sound like one of the Animaniacs, Joe. Now, what countries have you spoken to, Joe? And I'm like,
what countries have you not spoken to?
And then I start crying. I'm like, Scotland. You don't want to talk to me. Scotland, it's okay one day. In Scotland, I've actually spoken to you. Don't lie. I've had tons of Scottish wrestlers. England, of course. Blackpool, yes. The one with the cool dragon on it, yes.
That's Wales, yeah.
That's what I say. I tell people at work, they're like the American wrestling fans all go, you don't like our flag? Yeah, I like your flag. Just that Wales has a cool dragon on their flag.
Yeah, true.
And I got a backstory from a wrestler, one of the aides at my job, because he is from the UK. And he's like, oh, Joe, you like that flag, don't you? And I was like, yeah. And he goes, we were talking and I was leaving. And he gave me a short story about the flag and the dragon slayers and this. And I was like, man, that's cool as hell. Like, I can't, dude. That's so cool. Like, oh. But Betty, before we go, if any of my fans wants to pick up any Betty Blaze merch, is there anything out there they can pick up?
No, not at the minute. It's something that I've recently been asked more of, so there'll be some coming.
All right. If there's any kids that would like to get into the business like you did, what kind of advice would you have for them?
Don't overthink it. Like, just try it out. I think that's the biggest thing that you've got to overcome is like just throwing yourself into it. When you take that first like front bump, it can be quite scary, but if you just throw yourself into it, it usually pays off.
Awesome. Betty, I want to thank you so much for coming on the podcast. Definitely want to have you back on toward the middle of the summer, maybe the July month, maybe June or July.
Oh, when it gets a bit warmer, yeah.
Yeah, a bit warmer. My studio's kind of at 98 degrees. I'll talk to those guys that set up the heat in here. You're going to make poor Goldie sweat. You don't need it.
Well, that's the aim. Always bringing the blaze.
Bless her. Bless your heart, Goldie, keeping me smiling. And also, hopefully you can come back on, and good luck on your wrestling journey.
Thank you.
and good luck in any upcoming shows. Do you know if there's any LWF shows in April of yet? If they have
Yes, yeah, they've got a couple coming up. I think there's one called Code Red in Lancaster, which is bound to be an amazing show from what I've seen, and I can't wait to go and watch.
Awesome. Well, Betty, thank you so much for coming on the podcast. I'm Joe Panther III.
Oh, and I'm Betty Blaze.
And this is Goldie. And we will catch you in the next one.